Hey guys, welcome back for another review. Today I'm going to be doing the L85A1 mod camo once again from my younger brother's account. Thank you Zane/David375. David, this has been a big help, and I gotta say this is an amazing gun. I went into this review thinking, oh man, it's an L85. I know it's a mod variant, but I really don't like L85 models. Well, boy, was I proved wrong, and you guys should be able to tell this, because this is the very first game that you're seeing that I recorded, actually even played after opening this weapon, and I did fantastically. I mean, this was like fantastidilicious. It was awesome. This gun is amazing. I didn't ever think I would ever be able to do this well with an L85 series weapon, but anyway, I was proven wrong. So hopping straight into the stats, we are seeing a damage of 44, a portability of 55, which has been on the low side. Actually, it's a lot on the low side. Rate of fire, 74. Accuracy of 85, and recoil of 65. So statistically, it's a very strange weapon. The damage of 44 is up there, meant to rival the G36 series. Portability of 55 is very, very low. That's looking into like more portable sniper rifle range. That's really heavy for an assault rifle, so you may not want to be running with this weapon. Rate of fire of 74 is pretty up there. That is a really, really high rate of fire. I mean, that's kind of on the upper side of the norm for these days. Usually we see between 70 and 74 these days with assault rifles. But keep in mind, this is a very, very old assault rifle in the game. The L85 series was incorporated, I do believe, in the end of 2009, or beginning of 2009, my bad, near the end of 2008. So it's quite an old gun. It's been around for a very, very long time, and has recently got quite a few additions to its variant list. We see the L85A1, the L85A1 camo, the L85A1 mod, the mod camo, the Shadolance L85A1 mod, and then the L85A1 Mark II and the camo Mark II. The two GP variants do have a nice little increase. However, as I've said before, the two GP variants are absolutely awful because the scope is one of the biggest parts that makes the gun actually useful. Has a very unique scope. No other gun in the game has a scope, to my opinion. To my knowledge. And honestly, I think that's kind of cool. I mean, it's one of the perks of wanting this gun. It's an amazing scope. I wish more guns did have this scope. It's a really cool one. Now, I'm not going to be comparing this gun to the Shadolance L85A1 mod, basically because it has such a big stat increase that they're practically not even part of the same series anymore. There's such a big difference. The Shadolance has a much better damage drop-off, and everything around the gun is just basically improved. So I'm going to be comparing this to the L85A1 mod for NX Standard. The L85A1 mod, I'm just going to call it the NX Standard variant from now on, it's easier to say, has a base damage of 44, portability of 55, both of which are the same as the camo. However, the camo does have a much better damage drop-off. It's much more consistently a 3-shot kill in the L85A1 mod, which can go upwards to a 4-shot kill occasionally at longer ranges. The rate of fire of 74 is the same, the accuracy of 85 is the same, and the recoil is lowered from the L85A1 mod to the mod camo from 68 to 65. So we're looking at less recoil. The recoil of 68 is quite high, and this is one of the few guns where I'd say the recoil stat really doesn't lie very much. The stat's pretty much accurate for both weapons. It's noticeably lower on the mod camo than the actual mod, which is kind of one of the perks of the gun, I guess. The stats on these weapons don't lie very much. They're pretty accurate to what they say. A lot of the earlier guns in Combat Arms were more true to that, like the M107, barely tankable, and it actually has 100 damage, whereas today we see things like the Tango, which have like, what, 98 damage, something like that? Something close to there. And it's consistently a 1-shot kill at medium close ranges, so that's kind of like one thing that's really well known for these things is that the rate of fire coupled with the damage makes this thing really, really powerful. This is one of the reasons that the G36 series is also really, really popular. Not so much the KE I was about to say, but yeah, that thing has an issue of jamming. The L85 series doesn't really have that very much. Another massive perk of the L85 series is the insane reload rate. These guns are probably the fastest reloading assault rifles in the entire game. It is crazy. I think it's clocked at like less than a second with how fast these things reload. It is just, whew, real fast. The magnification on the scope is very, very high, at least equivalent to the G36 E and KE and all those E variants, but basically anything that's not a C, but still, really, really high magnification, really nice. The recoil is much lower. The pattern is the same on both weapons, so we're not seeing a pattern change. It goes up and diagonally a bit, but the bullets seem to go pretty much where you want them to go, where you would expect them to. Pretty much every variant can be equipped with a suppressor and a magazine, so that's true of pretty much all of them. I would highly suggest the Extended Magazine 1, because with the lightning fast reload already, you're just making it a regular reload rate with the extra 10 shots per magazine, so I would highly suggest the Extended Magazine 1. The suppressor's up to you, but if I had to recommend one, definitely if you're looking at one of the GP variants, go with the S1 suppressor to lower the recoil to make it actually well, slightly more usable. But otherwise, go with the S3 suppressor if you were so adamant about doing that. Like I've said many times, the S2 suppressor, in my opinion, is completely useless. There's absolutely no reason for it to be in the game. Tracer rounds only being blocked 50% of the time is not going to help you, because if you fire most guns, you're going to take more than one shot to kill them, unless it's a sniper. That's a one-shot kill consistently. So if you're trying to fire more than one shot, the chances that they're going to see one tracer out of the 5 shots that you fire is pretty high, even if it has fewer tracers overall. So honestly, I find the S2 suppressors to be pretty much completely useless. There isn't a whole lot more that's different between the L85A1 mod and the mod CAMO, but the mod CAMO is definitely one of my favorite weapons in the game now. I had no idea it was that freaking good. It actually has a useful camo on it, which is really nice. Just places you can get this weapon: the Mist India, the Tango, the N, and the Infinity. It's also available in the Mega Mist crate. I would highly suggest going for the Mega Mist crates when they come around. That's one of the crates that I actually think are decent and worth buying. I think that's actually where my brother got this gun from, so that's a nice little thing. Now, I said like before, there's a lot of variants in this family. I honestly would say leave the GP variants alone. The NX Standard is a fantastic weapon as well. I would highly suggest it. I would almost suggest it over the G36E Valkyrie. I personally kind of prefer the G36E, but the damage drop-off on the L85A1 mod is slightly better than the G36, than just a little bit. It's just a hair, but that little bit can definitely make a difference sometimes. It's noticeable because the L85 series actually has less damage than the G36 series on average, so that's just another thing. Also, the L85A1 mod definitely gets a boost from the GP variants alongside with the scope. The G36E Valkyrie theoretically does not statistically, although it does have better damage drop-off than its GP variants. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please check out the Facebook group below, and I will see you guys in the next review. Shadolance out.